Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very thankful and grateful that you could all come out and be here today. Just a little bit of a housekeeping kind of explanation. We kind of have had to flip-flop and kind of combine groups. We had many people come out for our first meeting this morning at 9 o'clock. Some of them had to wait to go out to do the site visit, to the inspection of the land. They came back, but there's new people coming today for the afternoon portion. So we're going to have our meeting together all in this big room without, I'm so sorry we don't have enough chairs. We've stolen every chair we could find. But we're going to try to keep the meeting as quick and easy as possible. You will get chances to ask questions, but again, it's going to take some time. And then anybody who didn't get to go out to the site visit, you'll get your chance later on this afternoon. Just so you all know, I am James Smith. I work for the state of New Mexico as part of the Coal Regulation Program. And with me today is my very capable and smart Lee Rogers, certified Navajo interpreter, and she's going to be the one to help you understand exactly what I'm trying to say to you in English, but she will tell you in Navajo exactly what I'm saying.
James Smith Allen has sang being that the Zohda Agelida, but I Nishige 80 days e. Ako, I'd say you have a cabin, not yours, and on the Shigi, the Habina, but how Jesus said it has Kevin Dash, I'd down the house coat and the con in the house, huh? All the way, young boy, Chilibi, Joe, Nikea, with a date and go for a young Kishna, which came Kishna, Jade, okay, and the Niji. Ado Kurinani. Oh, you shall sleep in Ado at a big at a saloon, so I can't but has Tande, Yashi at the has. Ado I thought Agon, Fabric Anna, Holianagi, and here so you nice, okay. Of course, he is not really Sali. Of course, I'd say I did in Yay, not so sneaky, that Yago, I don't night of country, don't need it's a bahanet on this. I don't the day I, the Hawido, as in low, Kayanish is not sleep out, I say, a kid, it is not on this. Of course, I'd skip to go, Ecuador, Nagin, Harnish late on this, Schnedo, out in Kaho out on this day, Nadi Kibiki, Idish, Ashmusano, and Kahas out of this night of Kito.
So the reason that you are all here, you were given letters because you are listed from the BIA as allotment landowners. As part of the mine permit and as part of the bond release process, it is required that we invite you to come out to inspect the land, to be a part of this process. And we are just beginning this process as the state, as the mine, to say the mine is finished with this land, to return the land back to the BIA, who will then be able to return it back over to you as the landowners. One of the questions that came up earlier was about what does it mean, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 bond release. Those are incremental steps that we take regulating the mine to approve the process. Phase 1 means they've backfilled, they've returned the land to at least a usable shape. There's no vegetation, there's no soil required for phase 1. The seeding and the soil come in phase 2. When the seeds have grown and there's actually vegetation growing, that's when we can approve a phase 2. And the phase 3 is the final phase. That means the mine has done all that they're required to do, and we can fully release the mine from the permit back to the BIA and back to you as the landowners.
ye di corona sos ni chi da yani ge ya hai ni je da baka bia dan di kwagi ke ya chos in da ske dan gi ke ya da so gi chin ki da le ni je da baka na ya hai na sos ni chi da ya shadow at kana fi da le shadow ni thousand da le khait da khait ya ba da ni shot ako even ya hakon ki do ni do shadow ni ba da hasen do le ako hayosh ke has di koda ba da ni sho ya hai bin na koda sha na de kit ni na ni je da ya na phase 1 2 and 3 baka no ya hai ish all ya no yin na de kit ako de ya hai where did it come? Ako belagan ka je phase islinigi ashke hona ut ya ako sai ko ne ke ya hai ti ke ya de ke do asko bi yedan sejin ha ke do khashta nadna orsa sej bin ha ke ki sej bin na bi khadir bin ki elsa od ya phase 1 ado ako phase 1 it learn sagit nahat leho ako na chiguna phase 2 ge ya hai sejigi kadjano natzi kade ya illustrate ke do ye bin ye go phase 2 ye na chiguna ako ke go kunna ado khaguna ge ya hai ti de Chaos Hado Binado Adosh and Yado Kate or Yado Nansahanani Sound Echo Hai Tagone a phase 3 on ya Ako Kate Echo Abahojish Ledo Hasheda Hol Yado Ado Nansahani Sound Ako Kate Nahojish Godo Lehike Yahai Di Kuda Yo Toda with the Kades in Kiki the last round kaya gege do chiko bia ebiche band do tash ebiche hodjish okay.
So I do understand some of this is going to get repetitive for anybody that stayed over from the first morning portion. But anybody that wants to at any point, you may feel free to leave if you've heard enough, and I'm always available with an email or a phone call or a text message that you can contact me if you come and have other questions that may have come up. We are also recording this, and we recorded the one in the morning, so that we're going to put those on our website so that you or your relatives are able to go to that website to look at this recording at any time, to be able to hear and to see what we were talking about, so that you can try to get your questions answered, or you try to remember what we talked about. The best thing to do if you have very specific kinds of questions is to send me an email, send me a text message, call me up, ask me those very specific questions. Today, we're just trying to cover the very big, broad topic of all the details that we're doing to make this happen.
Akodi Korohanen Lingi Shabina and the Haskaned and the Kon Haskanigi Shidedi Ako Binani Bihim Nahanki Nukas Kadishi Ada Hanajish Ayanahne no Seno that Kishan was that Ako put Edolish Ako Ada Sto Patishi Batahonegi Akadit ada neges ita no so in fa hot edolish ako shcheta hasne nagsos Apen si kesi beş video sade dal ingi da ero da beş behanegi da ero da beş behane beş sade dal ingi da bilgan geçe tekso yengi da eda beş çiğdaş ilo des at işi ben da of kilonişne. Ado kwadi kusa anige ya at ekina yiniş koya değişti o adan da of kilo da bikina de doleş e to a konanat enice at ero des not niş iş naso. Ako belaganik achedik adishti besh apen si kesi ki bigida danus a yahay website yol ya ako di yahay website aje yahay şirkette hoşuna da şirkette da a en ki hoşuna da leş khay gibi kaçış yo khay gibi hıcırçı o khay gibi kaç allergisch da nan ido de ko ashi mi hot en ik e nan dini sa aron da has kada kona garan ik e nan dini da ne not is da beda da sa not is no so da e hi ko website da dini ben na of kido le ko e yahay based up da de not is ko ak e di ko asa le khasni da khabinat na hal no e yahay dini ido le aro am shi to خلينا يادا هذا نينا كأي لا شجعين يادا نصان إذا داي بلش دا نزان دا أشتو نيشتو بنايدك كده أي هاي أنا هوت إذا ليش لما أنا أمن في النشخص أنيكي أمن نشخص زوجي دا بنايدك كده أي هاي أشج شجع هدنا إذا ليش نشنا أحتى أنا بيش بيك تبيش صار دال إني كده إيرا داي بيش أبن سكيس بيش صار دال إني كده إيرا بيجين كده ليش إيرا بيش لا بيجين هديهم أقول إيه هاي مش نهار نقدر ليش أكروه نيجي يا هذا أكثر سكينه بقى شت أنا نهار إيه هاي مش خلنا نقدر ليش
One of the other important pieces of information that we have learned and that we're trying to communicate through these meetings, when your name or your address is changed, you're needing to go to the federal building in Gallup and talk to the Indian Individual Monies Division. And they will be the ones that you fill out the paperwork to get the names changed, to get the addresses changed, to update your information.
Toti kodo amen sinzini binacha azini ke tashahat zaga nije tashahat zaga ida dainal sosna na jegi tashada I atzaga ana london de shahada nan nada dient abka ada hazini shahsli da na yahay nan George de Washington bidain nishi bishas ande bilagan katigelo federal building har yada ada yada yaya hanada le ko ada bidain nishi ki individual money so yada bidain nishi أكون أي عاد أي هنا الصوص خجوش إيدا بكها أي هاي شهاد خانش إيه عادو إلى يعني نفسه أي هاي IRM office فوليا أي عاد أي هاي قد أنا أسمع فوليش.
One of the other things that Chevron has been doing as part of this whole process to get ready to release the lands is that they have a formal land surveyor out there surveying all of the land. They're replacing all of the section corner markers that may have gone missing because of the mining disturbance, and they're also reestablishing fence lines. This is an ongoing process, and until that process is complete, we're not going to be releasing the land. Once that process is complete, and all of the other details, then we'll be able to release the lands back to the BIA and back to you.
أكو أديشي الشغل يلان بشيكي أنا الكيا أسكود خانة دوت أتو الكيا هو جشيكي أي هاي ديشي لندان شنو يانا كي دي الكداشي عشان بحسن جو كيا نداس هاكودو أشلادي إيبشي أبحسن وشي أتاليان ده أكو أيديكي أي هاي خادش ناتولش بحسن خايي أي هاي مش كهات صدق أي بحسن أي خد أي هاي دا الجيمي إحنا أردي الكداشي ده تقدر كي هاي بزيد أستنده Ako het zit als ik sto, gaan het net onlees. Ako het gehad het zago. Ako dat hij via eventje nas kan net onlees. De nana housie sto, krijg je la het krijg je la. Sto het dan niet daar, dan nog je had dat zido babakata ja nog zo. Die tot het zegt en dat nou kon de hij kadma voor de dan niet hij via eventje nas kan net onlees kaya.
One of the other things that is happening as part of the process, all the roads, all the access, the rights of way, Chevron is aware of those things that you will need access to your lands. Chevron has privately owned land that they have as part of the mine site. So before me as the state releases the land back to the BIA, the rights of way to allow you access through those privately held pieces of land on the roads that have been established, those will be in place, and those will be a part of the release package that will go to BIA that will show you have legal access to get to your lands.
Ağabey şadır danıt bedaymış da leşike yahti de atkin fayt yah şikayetçi ya nahot eda leşişin olsun ako şayda leşki ado şadaşın nada noş işin da astiniki en da astiniki yahay fa şaban ayda ya konuşun de nikayet Ajit yada astindo lehigi ada sto api sto bekeyasa horno ako kagi da le bekeya ada kagi Chevron bekeya ada kojeda da kot abit khaida khas ada kodan kino yaha Chevron nahas ada lesh bekeya gigi bichen yaha nahoteo adna ya konzen kot ada ebekek hada nisho digin al sos be hada naho kaya bia ebiche belichi digi ebet atrapbe tabakada sotolesh kot ada yahay beladish le ada yahay belichi da no yahay ni fikhazne.
As is typical New Mexico, weather is going to give us some problems this afternoon. We're just trying to look at the radar. It's starting to rain already. But if we wait a lot longer, it also could get a lot worse. So I've been advised that it would be wise for us to try to go out sooner than later. Part of what we can do, because I realize that there is a group of you that have already been out and doesn't need to go back out, I can stay here and answer those questions from the group that came back, while the group that needs to go out to see the land goes out with all the trucks. And then when you come back, then I can be here and I can answer any of your questions. And we can kind of complete the meeting that we just started. Does that seem like a reasonable approach? Because I want you to get out to see the land, and I want you to do it safely, and I want you to return safely. And so the radar at 3 o'clock looks really, really rainy. Right now it's just sprinkling a little bit, just one little cloud is giving us a little few raindrops, which is right here at the building. You're going to go 2, 3, 4 miles to get to the land. It probably isn't even raining over there at the moment. So how about we do that? We'll take a quick break. Everybody who wants to go to see the land will go right up in the vehicles. They will drive you out there safely. They'll drive you back safely. And then I will stay here and answer all the questions that people have that remain in the building. And so when we're done answering questions, they'll be free to leave and go home. And when you come back, I'll finish answering your questions.
第一个ako ni kasali ako sabi ko dahil na ay sige godon ni anin dahil sa kaya kasi dahil siya kaya hindi is sunige kuje it's on account of me. Aro kaya not and
Don't get in the vehicles yet.
don't get in the vehicles wait outside George can need about sorry the cow accept
We need to know who's in 77.
Kayla Nikaya 77 the kid as Shingi 78 79 80 8 1577, 1578, 1579, 1580. Your allotment lands. You guys will go first. So the rest of your allotment is not that number. Please wait.
78, 79.
Anybody with the 1577, 78, 79, and 80? Yes? Go right over and see that man right there.
15, 77, 78, 79, 80. Could you copy the next one?